What's up everyone, Darcblade here with another preview guide for Monster Hunter World Iceborne. In this episode we're going to be looking at the new moves for the longsword. The longsword has been given a lot of love with Monster Hunter World Iceborne. This is thanks to the introduction of the special sheath, allowing a hunter to perform EI moves. This potentially changes the whole meta for the longsword, so the impact of these new moves are going to be strongly felt. But anyway, the first new move, like with all the weapons in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, is that you can use your slinger whilst your weapon is drawn. To do this, you simply press and hold L2. Afterwards, this can be followed up by pressing R2 to fire whatever slinger ammo you have, or you can press circle while holding L2 to fire off your clutch claw. This will latch your hunter onto a monster, after which you can follow this up by pressing triangle to perform a standard attack with your longsword, which can cause a monster to drop slinger ammo, or you can press circle a second time to fire all of your remaining slinger ammo into a monster's head, and should they be exhausted or tired, it will cause the monster to run forward in whatever direction it's facing, potentially causing it to run into a wall, knocking it out. But on top of that, the longsword also has access to the Slinger Burst. Now after you perform a Spirit Slash, so these are attacks performed with R2, should you press L2, you will let loose with whatever slinger ammo you have with a powerful short range shot. This can potentially cause the monster to flinch. Afterwards you can continue to utilise your Spirit Slashes. So it's a great move for interrupting a monster, but remember that the effectiveness of the flinch depends on what slinger ammunition you are using. But anyway, let's get into the heart of this episode and talk about the most interesting new additions to the longsword, the special sheath. This is done by pressing R2 and then X after any attack. So should you perform an attack with triangle, circle or R2, if you hold down R2 and press X, it will cause your hunter to sheathe their weapon in a special stance. Now, whilst in this special sheath stance, you can perform other moves. However, if you don't do anything, it will simply revert back to a normal position as if you had sheathed your weapon normally. But you really want to be utilising the special sheath to perform one of the two moves available to it afterwards, which is either the EI Slash or the EI Spirit Slash. Let's talk about the EI Slash first. After you perform the special sheath, should you press triangle, it will cause you to perform a double slash from the sheathed position. Should this attack land, it will cause your spirit gauge to automatically fill up over time. This is a great way to fill up your spirit gauge, and on top of that, minor attacks from monsters will not hit you out of this attack. Now once your spirit gauge is filled and you upgrade it a few times thanks to the Spirit Round Slash, the EI Spirit Slash should come into play. This is a powerful attack that will cause your spirit gauge to decrease by 1 level. But how do you do this? Well, this is done by performing the special sheath, so R2 and X after an attack, and then pressing R2. However, there is more to it than just being a high damage attack. Now if you should time this against the monster's attack, the move will be performed and it will not consume any of your spirit gauge at all. So it's basically like a well-timed counter. However, the timing on this is very strict, and much like the Foresight Slash, it's going to get some getting used to. But the implications of the EI Spirit Slash are massive, but unfortunately a lot of practice is going to be needed to perfect this new mechanic. Overall, as you can see, the longsword seems to have had a lot of love in terms of new mechanics and moves. The special sheath as well as the EI Slash and EI Spirit Slash are really going to shake up the way that we perform combo rotations with this weapon. On top of that, I should as well mention that the special sheath is affected by the quick sheath skill, and the EI attacks are affected by the critical draw and punishing draw skills, which will potentially shake up the builds we use with the longsword as well. So it's definitely exciting times for longsword users out there. But anyway, that's it for the new moves for the longsword. Remember that when Iceborne does release, I'll be releasing more in-depth videos going over the longsword, including its new moves and mechanics, so don't forget to check back for that. And until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you a preview guide to the new moves in Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.